Hello, everyone. I just wanted to get on real quick and share with you what's been going on this weekend. That Jupiter Uranus conjunction was big, still is big. I'm recording this towards the tail end, and we have a Scorpio full moon coming up in just a couple days. I'm recording this on the 22nd. The full moon will be early in the morning on the 24th. And there's some energy going on. Some of you have felt a very intense weekend, intense, some good, some bad. It kind of depends on where you are in your growth level and your resistance level, how your ability is to go with the flow, or kind of like just like, what the heck is going on? It's been a what the heck's going on kind of energy. But I will tell you that this Uranus-Jupiter conjunction is starting a 14-year cycle. So if you kind of take note of the feelings that you've been having and the interactions you've been having this weekend. It's kind of a symbolic of the theme that you're going through for the next 14 years. And I don't mean exactly, I just mean like, if money's the thing for you right now, if relationships are the thing for you right now, if your home is the thing for you, there's going to be a huge shift and a change in those arenas, whatever that theme was for you this weekend, even if it's just like a personal, who am I and what am I doing kind of theme. So pay attention to that for you, and it's going to blossom. It's going to be like the rose or the lotus just opening up and getting bigger and bigger. And I have a feeling that like the culmination happens throughout the 14 years, right? So it's going to be a slow opening, but there'll be all these other transits in the sky, of course, in the next 14 years that are really assisting and supporting us through the portal that this Uranus-Jupiter conjunction just opened, right? And it really, really is more or less a portal. We have this opportunity to either expand into the more abundant, larger than life person that we really are, or to be in resistance to all of that. It's opening up this potential to allow in more fifth dimensional vibration. That's what Uranus is all about. And Jupiter's just making it bigger. And it actually makes us feel a little bit more optimistic and more, what would be the word, in touch with that larger self of us, and how we're also in touch with the earth energy. And if we haven't been in touch, it's going to expand a little bit more to where we really are in touch with our love and our honor and our devotion to the earth. And that is going to be affecting everybody, how our relationship is with the earth. So if you have a good relationship with Mother Earth, then you're just going to grow that much more. If you haven't, because maybe you've been a little bit unconscious, or you've been really focusing hard in the 3D, that's going to shift for you a lot in the next 14 years. I'm going to screen share. So what we're looking at is actually the chart that I brought up. The internal black planets in this lighter blue is the conjunction that started on Friday the 19th. And then the green on the outside are the planets right now when we have our Scorpio full moon. And the reason I wanted to talk about this in particular is because we experienced almost a month ago the first eclipse for the spring, which was this, well, it was a Libra full moon eclipse because the nodes are in Libra and Aries. So the first one was this moon eclipse. And of course, the moon is ruled by Cancer. It's a water sign. And we had a lot of energy in Pisces at that eclipse 1 month ago, water sign. And there's this puzzle that I'm going to try to draw for you that they're all kind of connected. So we started with a Libra full moon eclipse. The full moons are helping us to let go, but they're also showing us the shadow parts of ourselves that we don't always see. And so Libra, of course, this relationship area, and that can be a relationship with yourself, with source, with your business partners, even your lovers, of course, but it's how we interact with other people. And again, it can be ourselves because we have a divine masculine and feminine inside, and we're always trying to find a way for them to come together. So this full moon eclipse that we experienced was the beginning of a portal trajectory. And we had 2 weeks, and then we had an Aries solar eclipse, a new moon. So it's this new beginning. And there was quite a bit of Aries energy as well. And Mercury was retrograde. So it was a lot of kind of internal thinking about who am I? What am I actually doing? What do I want to do with my life? How have I been not showing up as my authentic self? And Pluto in Aquarius, I just want to say that whole Aquarian age theme right now is about how do I show up as my authentic self? And the biggest way that we do that is we love ourselves first. We have to accept and acknowledge, who are we? Who am I, right? That's the question Aries has been asking, because we can't show up in community or in relationship of any kind if we don't know who we are. So it's really about getting down deep into the original self that was, covered up by all the programming from our parents and our society and our religions and our schools and all of that told us we didn't know who we were. Now we're allowing that to come forward. It's not going to be overnight, but all of those energies have been really big during this eclipse time, asking the questions of us. And right on the heels of the solar eclipse was the Jupiter-Uranus conjunction, which is, again, Uranus rules the fifth dimensional expansion, and Aquarius rules the fifth dimensional expansion. So there's just all of this amazing support. Full moon that we're going to have in Scorpio, the sun is actually square Pluto, and has been squaring Pluto through this weekend, which is kind of why we were feeling a little bit funk, a little bit odd. And like I was really high, and then I kind of went down and was in a little bit of a reality check slump. And then today I feel like I'm sort of balanced again. But that was when the moon was squaring Pluto, and it was just really asking us, are you living in reality, or are you, like for me, I was kind of in la la land, like a little bit of a Pollyanna energy, which is good to get in touch with that really inspirational aspect of ourselves. But then sometimes it's like, well, how are we ever going to make that an actual reality in the 3D if it's so far into an expanded state that you can't bring it in, rein it in, reel it in like the fishing, reel it into making it something tangible. So there's always this balance, which is Libra again, this balance of like the dream and yet the reality, and you finding the meeting point. And so this full moon in Scorpio is at about, I think it's at 4 degrees of Scorpio. And right now, or during this moon time, we're going to have Jupiter and Uranus and the sun in Taurus, opposite the moon. And the moon in Scorpio is about the death and the rebirth. It's about looking at the stuff we have not wanted to look at, that we've kept hidden, that we've denied, we've repressed, we have put in a closet, and really looking deeply about what do we value? Where is our power? Scorpio helps us hold power, and it can be the victim and the perpetrators, or the overlord, right? So it's this place of like, where is the power? Is the power in me, or do I give it away? And that changes day to day, and it changes with the different people that we're reacting and activating with. But just to be conscious and aware. And I think that Jupiter and Uranus are helping us to really look at some of those reality checks with ourselves. Are we being in power with our money? Are we giving it away to the government? Are we giving it away to the credit cards? Are we being in power with our body? Because Taurus is a body earth sign, right? So are we giving away our power because we let the doctors tell us, what's going on, or we don't actually look at all those emotions in order to heal ourselves, because Scorpio and the moon are both sort of an emotional energy. So there's a lot coming to the surface, basically, that's been hidden. A lot is coming to the surface. And this full moon is the culmination from our last full moon. That's the most important thing I want to tell you about. Is we had our Libra full moon eclipse. Then we had the new moon eclipse. Now we're doing a Scorpio, another full moon, but with this very strong energy of the Jupiter Uranus. So it's sort of this, it's almost like the door to the portal is either closing or it's shifting into a different theme. And Pluto rules Scorpio, so it's still this tied in energy about the fifth dimension. Like that's really where we're going. And all of these things are assisting us to just really digest and move through. And I feel like this whole weekend was a big moving through, kind of getting ready for this full moon Scorpio eclipse. I'm super excited. I'm going to stop sharing now. I hope that you're all understanding a little bit about this power. I know that astrology sometimes is so convoluted and it's really partially up to the interpreter. So hopefully I've helped you understand something about that. All you really need to take away from this is it's big, it's for you, and the least that you can resist whatever's going on for you, the easier it'll be. It does require sometimes a lot of introspection, looking at those parts of us that are not pretty, the parts of us that we have denied, the parts we've projected onto other people that are really us, you know. So it's about ownership. And when you have ownership, you have power within yourself, right? Whether if you own the dark side of you, then you have the power, rather than if you're denying that doesn't exist in me, but it really does, right? It doesn't exist in me and I just want to see it in you and judge it, but it's really in us. Each thing that we judge is inadvertently inside us. So just a little insight there, and I hope you all like and subscribe. Sorry, I always forget to say that. It really does help if you like and subscribe. And I'm trying to grow this channel and I'm trying to make more videos that will help people understand. If you're on a 5D path, I'm so right there with you. We're doing this together. I got Ganesh here in the back, removing all the obstacles as we go. And I hope to see you soon. Have a beautiful, beautiful spring.